Hey merfolk! So I am back and today I am going to put makeup on my face. You didn't see that coming, did you? Well, I am always full of surprises. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but not really. So I'm going to put on my foundation. I am going to use the MAC Face and Body in N1. I'm running out of this, and when I'm running out of stuff that I really like, I kind of stop using it because I don't want to run out of it. But that is just so counterproductive, especially when it comes to foundation, because it's just gonna go bad. So I am trying to use it up. So I'm just going to apply that to the palm of my hand, rub it in between my palms and just go on my face, because that's how I like to apply this foundation on myself. On other people, I actually, because I don't like to go in with my hands all over their face, I usually just apply it with a paddle brush, let it sit for a second, and then go in with a regular flat top kabuki brush to blend. This foundation is probably my favorite foundation of all time. It looks great on everyone. It's very lightweight, but it's buildable. It's long lasting and sweat proof, so it's going to last all day, and it's great for the summer. So if you're looking for a natural looking foundation, I would highly recommend this one. I'm now going to rub a yellow cream color base by MAC. This one is in Yellow Scream all over my eyes. And I'm literally just messily applying this all over my eyes, into my brows, into my nose bridge, under my eyes. This is one of those tiny E25 Sigma brushes. Whenever you order from the Sigma website, they send you one of these. Or at least they used to. I haven't ordered from Sigma in years and years. And we are apparently going to use a lot of MAC today. I'm now going in with MAC Prolonged Wear Eyeshadow in Uninterrupted. I think they discontinued this, but this is very similar to Makeup Geek's Desert Sand, and right now you can find a lot of these poop colored eyeshadows. And I'm going to start blending this into my socket and my inner corner and my outer corner. And again, being very liberal with this. I'm also taking some of this under my eyes. The reason I applied that cream color base underneath is not just for the yellow, but also so that we have a cream texture that we can blend this powder into. Now I'm going to take a black eye pencil and I'm going to rub this along my waterline and into my lower lash line. Again, being very liberal about it. And I'm also going to tightline with this. Tightlining is probably my least favorite thing to do in makeup, but I still do it because I do think that it makes a difference. Now I'm taking a dual fiber blending brush. This one is from Zoeva, and I'm just blending this under the lash line and bringing it up into the outer corners of my eye, or inner and outer corner rather, but I'm leaving a gap in the center. And because we have that cream base underneath, this pencil is going to take a lot longer to set as well. It's just going to make it a lot easier to work with. And you can continue to add black by using that eye pencil, but I'm going to move on to a KIKO Long Lasting eyeshadow stick in number 20 black. And this is just a black cream eyeshadow. And I'm going to take it on my brush. Now I'm actually going to go right in on the outer corner, bring it into the lower lash line, inner corner, and I'm blending very messily. I want kind of a bruisy eye look. I'm going right into the bridge of my nose, bringing it into my under eyes, and I'm also using the shape of the brush that has all these little pointy bits at the end, really actually dragging it around and leaving some of that texture. This is just going to add to the effect. This is why I wanted to use this dual fiber blending brush specifically from Zoeva and not the MAC one that I usually use, because this one is a lot more pointy and aggressive, so it's really going to give us a lot more texture. And I'm just going in directly from my eyeshadow stick just to darken around the eye. And I'm literally just dotting this around. I'm going to use a little bit of soap on my brows, but really just a tiny bit because I don't want them too crusty. I just want to have them brushed up a little bit more just so I can fake a hairy brow. And I'm going to use my Brow Pot by Nabla and my Zoeva wing liner brush as per usual, and I'm going to draw a few hair strokes with the tiniest amount of product on the brush. And I'm using my natural brows for most of the texture. So for the tail, I'm going to try to keep everything looking very light. And that is the eyebrows done. Now, for some sparkle, I am going to take one of these Cozette crystal eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Platinum. I'm going to take it on my finger and go right in the center. And I'm building up the shimmer mostly on the center of the lid, but I'm also blending it out into the outer and inner corners of my eye, but not really going over the black. I'm actually going to try a new mascara today. I am trying the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I like this mascara. It reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Better Than Sex, definitely, like everyone is saying. However, it's a little bit more dry, which I appreciate. I really like the Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's one of my favorite mascaras, but I always find it a little bit too wet right when you open it for the first time, and this one is actually the perfect consistency. I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer. This is the Innisfree Mineral Cover Fit Concealer in the shade 2, and I'm obviously not going to bother to cover my under eye bags because, well, looking fresh and awake isn't exactly what I'm going for, but I am going to bump up the coverage and brighten a little bit under the eyes, more on the cheek area and around my nose, just to take away some of that redness. Because the eyes are so messy, I do want the skin to look kind of perfected. Just a little powder down the center of the face. I like to go in the middle of my forehead because I do have a little bit of texture there and the powder hides it. Around the sides of my nose and around my mouth and chin. And I'm going to take my RMS Living Luminizer. This is a very glossy kind of highlight, which is what I want for today. And I'm being very liberal with it. So I'm swirling my brush right into it and just applying it all over my cheeks and going on the temple area and a little bit on the brow bone. I'm also taking some on my finger just to go on the top of the bridge of my nose and on the tip and on my cupid's bow, and a little tiny bit on the chin. And for blush, I'm going to use a little bit of my A Concept Cheek Me in Hug Me. And unlike usual, I am going to apply just a small amount of this. And for the lips, I'm going to do my favorite natural lip combo that I did on my Boy Beat tutorial, which is using the MAC Quartz Lip Pencil, which is discontinued, but it's my favorite lip pencil, and going over top with a MAC Crosswires lipstick. And I like to use quartz to overline my lips right at the cupid's bow. And I'm blending this out not just to make my lip fuller, but to make them look a little bit more messy as well. because of the color of the lip pencil that I use, it's going to also give it a more realistic blood vessel kind of look. And now I'm going in with Crosswires. And I'm just dabbing it on, mostly on the center of the lip. And I'm using some toilet paper to blot. I'm actually going to add just this tiny amount of red. This is my Lancôme matte shaker in Kiss Me Chérie. Just making my brows look slightly messier. Because of my lack of brows, messy brows is definitely all that I want in life at the moment. So I just do the best that I can. Okay, so I went and got ready. I did my hair, put on some earrings, put on a white top, which is the stupidest decision I have ever made. You do not put on a white top after you've done your makeup. Of course, the color is now full of foundation. What was I thinking? Anyway, let's just forget about that. Hopefully you can't see that on camera. I don't know. Anyway, this is the final look. Honestly, I am living for this. If I could only wear one makeup look for the rest of my life, it would probably look something like this. I love very messy, grungy, worn out eyes. It's just my jam. I love it so much. And if you enjoy this as much as I do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below because, as you know, those always make me really happy. And honestly, I have been needing the motivation. I have been feeling so unmotivated recently. I don't know why. As per usual, there will be a list in the description box with every single product used in this tutorial, as well as links to all of my social media and other stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time.